Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the June reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I also may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with, so apply the energy as it may fit to your situation. I would say also including, the gender of the people on the cards. If it sounds like you, it's you. If it sounds like them, it's them. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you can't afford a personal reading but still feel that I help you and would like to donate to the channel, the information on how to do that is also below. And of course, like, subscribe, share, leave comments, and all that good stuff. What else was I going to say? Have I said them all? The things I say in every video. This is the situation. This is the clarifier for each one. This is the why it's happening. This is what you're thinking, feeling, or want to do in regards to the situation. This is advice, and this is the higher message. And then we'll clarify some more if need be, using the little Sibilis there. We have the star in reverse to begin with. Why is the star in reverse? Because the Four Wands in reverse. So the star, upright, speaks about hope, spirituality, renewal, serenity, inspiration, destiny, fated events. Perhaps in the reverse, we're talking about lacks of faith, despair, discouragement, one's spiritual mission being distorted, feeling despair or discouragement, dwelling on negative issues, conceding defeat, giving up, or feeling like you want to, need to work past these issues. So it's about feeling disengaged and uninspired and not feeling connected and needing to move on or move forward. The loss of faith, looking for a sign. It's also a test of faith, a trying time that brings awakening and transformation. So perhaps we're dealing with, it's always love, isn't it? It's always love stuff. Because this is supposed to be for love, life. Supposed to cover both. But Four of Wands talks about our stability, our home life. It talks about commitments, harmony, marriage, again. But in the reverse, it's a breakdown in communication. It's about transition or a broken home life, a lack of harmony, or a breakdown in communication. I think I already said that one. In the family or home, tension between people, getting caught up in drama. It's a period of transition and feeling tension, instability. Perhaps there's some external threat to our happiness, needing to move on for a time. It's a feeling of lack of security in our home situation, or perhaps it could be career stuff too, financial, could be everything. Could be a move, an upheaval. Could also be, not looking for a long-term relationship at this time because perhaps we're, just not feeling that at this time because we're still in our feelings about something in the past. It's also about a lack of commitment or fear of commitment. So, we could be fearing commitment. We could be having a lack of faith that a relationship can get better. Because we have the sun here. And the sun is all about the happy. This is my favorite card. It makes you happy, doesn't it? Looking at that little naked person on there. It's got nothing to hide. Everything's just out in the open. It's illumination. It's healing, it's joy, it's happiness, it's optimism, it's fulfillment. Um, it's the dawn that follows the darkest night. It's the happiness of your inner spirit when you tune in with your truest self. Again, having nothing to hide. It represents strength and purity of the spirit. Having perfect control of our conscious and our subconscious. It's, life, the fruitfulness of the spirit. Radiance, abundance, gives you strength, again, happiness and joy. And perhaps, though we may feel uncertain, trying to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Optimism. Trying to have optimism in regards to perhaps this situation, but there is a lack of faith perhaps that happiness can be found, or again, something's been brought to light, or we're trying to heal. And why are we trying to perhaps heal? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, always with the sirens. Must be nice to live in the country where all you hear is the wind and the birds. I don't know if I should try to talk over the sirens or what, but it is annoying. Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's feeling things might be unrealistic in the situation. Lacking commitment, or this could be the person that you're dealing with, and maybe that's something that's come to light, and that's what's caused some upheaval, and us to have a lack of faith. It's acting from one's emotions. Somebody who can jump to conclusions too without having all the facts. Again, acting from emotions and not logic. Feeling overly emotional, moody, jealous even. But this is also about wearing rose-colored glasses. It's something that an initially appealing situation, romantic and exciting, but later turns into something different. Left feeling disappointed, wearing rose-colored glasses. Having gone through a honeymoon period only to come out realizing the situation again was different than you thought. This is also the player, the Romeo. So either we're trying to heal from somebody like that, we realize after the fact that it didn't turn out the way that we thought, or somebody was not who we thought, and this truth is coming to light. Or again, this could just be you feeling depressed, feeling, not happy, trying to become happy because you were depressed because of a situation. But again, I feel like this is some realization about someone that you were dealing with. Something that didn't turn out quite the way, or a person not the way that you thought. And then we have the Death in the reverse. And death talks about endings, cycles, endings, transitioning, rebirth, beginnings, change, transition. But in the reverse could be a resistance to change, or feeling like we're unable to move on from a situation. On the verge of major change but resisting it, a need to let go of the past, not knowing how to make changes, or still carrying harmful aspects from the past that may interfere with opportunities for new beginnings, feeling stuck in limbo, halting change, blocking it, a need to resolve things. Pursuing a new journey without resolving past issues may lead to unintended outcomes. Best to deal with whatever you got to deal with to allow the transition to happen in as smooth a way as possible. Um, again, they're at losing faith in regards to a home situation, seeing the light perhaps in the way somebody was, and it turned out to be not who you thought, perhaps, but maybe there's some resistance to change or feeling like you're unable to make changes at this time. But we're needing to figure out a way. And why is this resistance to change or unable to move on? We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the King of Pentacles in the upright would be somebody who is grounded, takes care of the family, financially responsible. In the reverse, it could be, somebody who's codependent. So maybe that's why somebody can't move on. Stuck in an unhappy home situation with somebody who turned out to be, maybe moochy. A reverse King of Pentacles is authoritative, domineering, controlling. Again, will do anything for money, including, pretend that they love you just so they can benefit off of what you're given. Cares about their own possessions only, someone who uses people, again, someone who could be narcissistic. This is also about having a fear of commitment, unreliable, overly controlling, possessive, authoritative, again, could be abusive in some way, financially abusive even. This is why we can't move on or move forward. So if this is somebody that you were dealing with, someone who turned out to be a player, someone who turned out to not be who you thought they were, someone who turned out to be moochy and with you perhaps just for codependent reasons. Maybe a light is being shined on that. Maybe we're becoming aware of that, but we're resisting that change or that wisdom. Or again, we feel like something can't change because you got somebody still somewhat dependent on you, even though it's an unhappy home situation. Or you them. We have the Ten of Cups here. And Ten of Cups in the upright, of course, speaks of harmony, marriage, happiness. It's again, fulfillment. But it's reverse. So this is a misalignment of values, broken home or marriage. We have this in the reverse. We have the cups, Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have King of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is not happy in a situation with somebody for sure, and feeling somewhat stuck, perhaps, lacking faith in them, in the situation. Maybe still hoping somewhat that things will get better, but currently they're not. Quarreling within the family unit, falling apart, unhappiness, a need to restore order, not spending enough quality time together, aiming to treat each other with love and respect, should be aiming to restore harmony and love, a need for compassion and respect. Again, maybe this is not being received. Questioning one's beliefs in what you're doing, or needing to address lingering issues. Maybe again, avoiding Avoiding the inevitable. It's a need to be clear about where your personal values lie. This includes within yourself. Um, and then when temperance is all about trying to get into balance, it's self-evaluation, re-examining our life and our priorities, seeking balance within the inner and outer self, because right now things seem out of balance. So either this is someone you're dealing with, or this is aspects of yourself. Yeah, something seems to be thrown through a loop, and we're aware of something, but we're resisting the change that's inevitable here. Clashing between the old and the new. Trying to avoid pain and conflict with the Temperance card. It's also about divine timing. So things happen, everything happens for a reason. Living and learning. And sometimes rejection is God's protection. All those cliches you can throw in. And this is having clear long-term vision as well in what you want to achieve. Ability to make good choices, our perspective on things. And perhaps, again, we've got some awareness about a situation. Always joyful, isn't it? And the reason why this is all happening is because of the Emperor. This is either you or someone you're dealing with. And this person, look at their mug. Look at their face. Definitely doesn't look like somebody who's at all interested in hearing what anybody else got to say. So again, I don't know if this is somebody you're dealing with or you. This represents power and authority, stern attitudes. Again, maybe if we're dealing with somebody who is just more thinking about themselves. It also represents, intellectual heights. So maybe it can again be being you coming in a new awareness. It also symbolizes his passion and energy for life, and is up for challenges. It's also, the protector, guidance, wisdom, demonstrates authority and grounding. And then maybe a need to get control of ourselves, get control of our lives because we're in unhappy situations. Time to gain order out of chaos, stability, because there's instability here. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which in the upright, it's all about feeling trapped, but it's all just in our thoughts, self-imposed, but in the reverse, it's being open to new perspectives, or to releasing things, especially releasing stuff that we're not happy in, or with people who seem to be, stuck in their ways, or people who didn't turn out to be who we thought. Maybe just ended up being moochy. Who knows? It's having come through a difficult time and are being more open to change and self-acceptance. Having been able to reflect on what did or did not work in the past and have changed your perspective and approach, or are needing to, or wanting to. It's acknowledgement of options, refusing to play victim, taking greater accountability for where you are in life. Again, perhaps gaining some control, taking back control over situations that come out of control. A need to free yourself from some of the limiting factors of your past, have some skeletons that need clearing out. allowing yourself to let go of old patterns of behaviors and belief systems that have previously held you back. Because somewhere we're resisting change. So maybe this is how we need to be: open to new perspectives, gain some control, get some awareness, get some balance, and not be delaying the inevitable. Because we got the world in reverse, which again is delays in change, or not allowing cycles to end, which perhaps we know need to. It's a lack of completion, a lack of closure, difficulty in finishing something, or perhaps again delays. The world card is also about travel. So again, maybe someone is stuck with you and they can't leave, so there's delays, even though you're open to them leaving. Maybe you want them to. It's to tend to take the easy and quick path that doesn't lead to a desired outcome. Losing focus to complete something, lacks of closure, preventing new beginnings, delays and change. So again, it's like, I don't know if you're delaying it or outside things are delaying this change from happening. Again, perhaps, money issues. Everybody's got money issues. Not taking all the steps necessary to achieve one's goals. Don't fear hardships and challenges. Instead, rise up to them. Things left unsaid, people left hanging, not knowing where they stand. There's a need for communication or closure. You may feel frustrated due to delays. It's telling you to have devotion, patience, and perseverance, to not give up. So even if it's about gaining some freedom and some healing, don't give up. Have patience. Be devoted to yourself and your path. And the Hangman in reverse, it's about, again, delays, indecisions. I need to see something from a different perspective. Temporary suspension for a need to reflect. Something needs a change, a situation that could bear fruit if we change our viewpoints. Or it's also being the willing victim, self-sacrificing, but feeling like you get nothing in return. So again, feeling stuck or unhappy in something. There seems to be no movement, no resolution, something that's put on hold, putting off making a decision, stalling the inevitable. And you have the Tower next in the reverse, which is trying to avoid the inevitable. So again, there's some resistance to change, or people are hoping things don't change, but they know that it's inevitable because there's unhappiness here, unhealthiness here, lack of communication. Maybe again, someone taking advantage of someone financially, just like, well, there's stuff going on here. It's a loss of faith, a need to restore one's faith. It's unwilling to compromise, acting selfish, arrogant, disengaging. Again, could be you or the other person. Unable, this is someone who's not willing to compromise. Again, we got the Emperor, who's someone who's very stoic. Their way or the highway. And then again, the Tower in reverse. The Tower is avoiding a disaster, fear of change. Same thing as death, like I said, in reverse, in the world. Delaying the necessary destruction, the need to go through the difficulty to learn a lesson. That's important. Don't resist it, even if it's going to be shocking or hard to deal with. It's an important part of your life's journey. Again, afraid of change, even though we may want it. Resisting due to fear or of pain or discomfort. It's a need to think bigger and take a risk. It's lessens the degree of the impact of change. You know it's on the horizon. You can plan in advance to avoid destruction and avoid the destruction ahead. It's also the destruction of the ego. It could be just, again, self-awareness. And then we have the High Priestess, which is all about perspectives, intuition, seeing things from higher perspectives, divine knowledge, spiritual enlightenment, secrets, inner illumination, learning to trust yourself, and your intuition. It's about life changes, wisdom, understanding again. So there's an experience here that is definitely teaching you something, or is needing to teach you something about yourself, about someone else, about relationships and what makes you happy, and equal give and take, and fear, and perhaps things not working. Again, it's all, this is a learning experience that you've gone through here. And we know that change is coming, change is inevitable. And it's about learning to not, resist that change. Use your intuition. Take some control of the situation, see things from different perspectives. Allow healing to take place. Resist, falling into fear mode. Maintain the balance within yourself to kind of get you prepared for this next step. And then we have here what you're thinking, feeling, or doing, or want to do is what we have: barrier, troubleshoot, and judgment. So this is either you trying to figure out a way to make sure you make the right judgment, or deciding which path you want to take, wanting to overcome whatever is holding you back. I might do some clarifiers here. And then we have brown-haired man. Why brown-haired man? Storm, truth, and woman of the world. So the brown-haired man is either you or the person that you're dealing with. And the storm is obviously what you've been through. The truth is either a truth that is you are realizing, like I said, with the sun illumination, within yourself, or through someone else, or just from the experience, knowledge from the experience. And woman of the world could be you, trying to find to gain control, to find your independence from this situation, to step into your own, or I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say. I don't know if there's a third party involvement here. There may be. Woman of the world too it could be somebody who's at a distance, or it's also, like I said, it reminds you like the Nine of Pentacles lady. So again, this could be you or the person you're dealing with. So again, I don't know if somebody's trying to figure out the way, their independence from a situation or from a person. We have here hidden enemy. Why hidden enemy? We have peace, brown-haired woman, scandal, secrets. So again, secrets here, secrets here. So either you're realizing something, about someone, about a situation. Yeah, and again, the person may have not turned out to be who you thought they were. And perhaps you're wondering if something can, again, be restored. Because judgment could also be like the traditional judgment card. It could be talking about, another chance. If somebody's trying to figure out a way to create another chance with this person. Again, but I think for some of you, there might be another person involved. And maybe there is a question of somebody leaving somebody is leaving for someone else. And this is the truth or the epiphany that's come to light, that somebody turned out to be not who you thought they were. And maybe again you've realized some things, some truths about someone who could be at a distance, that this person might be thinking of going back to, for some of you. And then we have strength. Why strength? Justice, hope, good news, and good fortune. So strength talks about, again, overcoming our own shadow self, having strength, having courage, because we want justice in a situation, we want things to turn out in our favor, trying to have hope, that things will get better. Or somebody's trying to reconnect with somebody and they're trying to figure out a way to heal a situation. Truth, we have La Reunion, but in the reverse. La Superbia in the reverse. Amore in the reverse, and Belvedere in the reverse. And as I mentioned about somebody at a distance, Belvedere, it speaks about having foresight or something that's coming in from a distance. But in the reverse, you feel like it's something that's better left at a distance, a love interest. And the Superbia is about arrogance, ego, again, trying to overcome some negative feelings we're having within ourselves and hoping, maybe somebody's hoping that somebody doesn't reunite with somebody. Because this is on truth. And this is all reverse. And again, and maybe not wanting to be single, wanting to weather the storm with the brown-haired man. Wanting there to be peace. Or somebody's needing to speak a truth. Well, this is like, a loss of love, or something that's better kept at a distance or is yet to be known. Belvedere, delayed news or arrival of someone best kept at a distance, unfortunate news on the way. This is truth. Unfortunate news on the way in regards to love or breakup. So again, avoiding the inevitable, or seeing that something is possibly going to end and trying to resist that, or Or again, we're trying to figure out the truth in regards to our own feelings, perhaps, in a situation. Hope. We have Fortuna, but in the reverse. This is, not so good fortune. And we have Levante, which is female lover, but in the reverse. So someone is withholding their love or trying to have hope because something isn't turning around or wanting something to turn around for the better. Hoping somebody expresses their love because this is somebody also too who might be, say bitter, but it's not happy with the current circumstances. Not expressing any love or not feeling it. Good news we have is Vivido, which is the widower. This is somebody who's stuck in the past or thinking about the past. I think that's this is on good news. Difficult, mean old man. Traumatic loss, sudden loss, mourning, grief. This is on good news. Again, maybe this is you feeling this way. Wishing there'd be good news because we're stuck in grief. We're feeling the loss of something. Let's see what the advice is. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding, but in the challenged position. And the Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. No, 20 and 21. Perfect. The Lady of the Gift says the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way to lie. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing it to you, withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in any aspect of your life, it's time for change. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is to give with honesty and with an open heart and without expectation. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. So again, withholding information, truth coming to light, somebody not turning out to be the way you thought, trying to manipulate a person or a situation, manipulated and controlled. Again, we have the Emperor there, which is all about control, or somebody who could be controlling or domineering. But we're open to change. We're tired of feeling trapped. This is like you wanting to come out of that, perhaps. But there is still some resistance to something. So again, maybe someone's afraid of being by the single. Let's see, the Wise Woman of Wonderland. The wise woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expect. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. And again, if we speak our truth, if we show that we can be strong and independent and stand up for ourselves, again, perhaps there's a worry about losing something, or, again, just being honest with ourselves about what we want, what we don't want, what's right and wrong. Is this the relationship of equal give and take? Am I happy in the situation? Is this in my highest and best? Is this person showing me that, I'm a person that is cared for, loved? Again, this is like a reassessing of your current situation. And be careful with compromising, again, because there's a difference between being supportive and being enabling. And sometimes you might come across people that are looking just to use you for a place to live and for someone to pay their way, while they're just being moochy, narcissistic, whatever you call them, hobosexuals, that's what they call it, people who enter relationships to prevent themselves from being homeless. Like these kind of things that are based in voids being filled, needs being met, and in some ways deception. These are things that have to come down. These are not built in truth. They're need-based, fear-based, karmic-based relationships. And sometimes it's just an experience we got to go through to learn from, to learn about self-love, self-respect, and having boundaries with people, not letting ourselves be taken for granted or taken advantage of, financially or otherwise. There's definitely some lesson being learned here in regards to something, and we're hoping that you come out on the other end wiser for having gone through it and using discernment and in regards to what to do with it if we're choosing to end something or letting something end, because we have death in the world and the Tower. Those are three pretty significant ending and change cards for sure. We've got deception here. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, if anything, we've got a hidden enemy over here. So somebody's hiding something, or we're coming to realize the truth around something. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So we need to get to the truth. We need to have honest discussions or trying to get to the truth of something. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual past. So obviously, like I said, whatever you're going through here, it's karmic. It's a lesson, something that you need to go through in order to grow within yourself. It's all part of your spiritual path. And we also have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, could be someone dealing with financial issues. And then we have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. And let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So whatever it is that we're trying to resist, we're needing to just let the chips fall where they may, perhaps, in this situation. Maybe we need to flirt with other people. But if this is you needing to reveal some kind of truth, they're encouraging you to do that. Let go of your fears of doing that. or desire to try to control things. This could be a spiritually based relationship. Obviously, if it's karmic, it's soulmate. Even though that card's not here, we do have religious factors here. Um, and express your love. I don't know. That depends on how you feel. I don't know. Let's talk about expressing your love to this person. You'll have to. You'll know what's up. You'll understand what these mean. Because again, everybody's situation is the same. I mean, is different. That's the same. What's the higher message involved here? Well, Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Or probably. Jesus is also about more sirens. Jesus is also about, forgiveness, compassion, healing. And then we have gratitude. Oh my gosh. As I notice and appreciate. What was that last one? It sounded like it was dying out. Ah, the joys of living near a hospital. As I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. So this is even being grateful for the stuff, the crappy stuff you go through. Allow the healing to take place. Heal thyself. Be grateful for the lessons involved here. And then we have health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Perhaps if anything's affecting your health negatively, like I said, focus on yourself. What is right and best for you. This includes mental and emotional health. So again, be honest with yourself in regards to this situation here. I pray for my family and give the situation over to God for answer, support, and healing. So let's talk about the letting the cards land where they may. Again, what is truly for you will be for you. And if it seems like something's better to end, allow it to end, allow that healing to take place, and allow the lesson to come in, apply it, and perhaps get yourself out there and meet someone new. Have optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. And open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. Whether that's opening your heart to this person, opening your heart after having gone through something, trying to be optimistic about the future, taking care of oneself, finding the gratitude again in the lessons, allow for healing. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. And I think I already said the other spiel in the beginning, so I will not repeat here. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.